Hey, True Believers England team here with Amy Lester.
Hi.
There you go. There you go.
That's Amy.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah. And right below her, we've got Professor Pixel.
Hi, I'm Pixel.
We know.
Hello. Hi, Pixel.
And, of course, Eric Back Issue Breen.
Yo.
And we are going to be ranking some Incredible Hulk covers. I've been looking forward to this for a couple of reasons. One, I really like the first six. I do get that wrong a lot. I didn't get it wrong this time. So I guess since I get it wrong, maybe I only like 5 of the 6 first covers.
Yeah.
But also, I can't ever see any other time that we'll go, hey, you know what? We should rank those split covers from Tales to Astonish or Tales of Suspense or something like that. And this is going to give us a chance to look at those as well. And I'm kind of jazzed for it. We are all set. Oh, wait, not all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the way it is scored is 1 is god awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is bad, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 didn't do a thing for you, like you are emotionless. 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, and 10 is super awesome. Super awesome doesn't necessarily mean best art or whatever. It might just hit you where that's one funny thing or just over the top, whatever it is. Alrighty. And Rhaegar saying, hey, I like to rank the split covers low. Okay, so we're going to give you that chance here tonight. And yeah, let's get the, what am I forgetting here? What am I forgetting? Oh, I need to put the go. There we go. Before we get started, yes. Let us go for book 1, which just so hello, Jim, what's up? And who is with us there? Eric and Boyd, Jim, Maranya, Rhaegar, JRDV is not in the house. He's on the chat. Henry's here as well. Howdy, howdy. Michael Taylor. Dr. Silver Age. Hey, didn't you say he's a Hulk fan?
Well, there you go.
You gonna come on with us, Rod?
You want to come on in, Dr. Silver Age, and help us score some Hulk covers? Okay, yeah, everybody give him a hand. Let's go. Come on up. Come on up. What? Yeah. But yeah, if you want, I'll put the link there for you, and you could come on in. Let's see how he answers for a little bit. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it, I just did a live stream with Dalton, going over a lot of the books that I bought today at the comic book show. So if you haven't seen it, please watch it throughout the week. I will be. All right, no problems. No problem. The door is open. So if you do see a title you want to join us in, come right on in. But over the week, I'm going to be going through these books and talking a little bit about them. They not necessarily 10 or 15-minute videos, but a little something to kind of just advertise what's coming up and everything. So there we go. All righty, let's get this party started. First, I want to share out the tier list. Okay. And did I drop? No, here I am. Okay, there we go. All righty, and who is first? Amy. We have Amy first. All right, then it's Pixel and Eric, and you get Incredible Hulk number 1.
Oh, The Incredible Hulk, the strangest man of all time. Fantasy as you like it. Well, that's pretty confident that it's the kind of fantasy stories I like. Is he man or monster, or is he both? He's not green.
That is true.
Being gray.
As a matter of fact, they kept sending in the colors and as green, and the printer kept thinking, okay, so well, that was a mistake, and they kept printing it gray.
Oh no!
So for the first few issues, he's gray.
They just didn't went, can't possibly mean that he's green. That doesn't make any sense.
And that's why Joe Fixit was such a big deal when he came around, because we had gray Hulk back.
I had Hulk again. And even his clothes are gray. I guess they weren't originally, but Well, this is kind of cool though. It looks really retro. I like the girl's dress in the background, and the military figures are all well posed, and the city's nice. It's just got
cities,
nice.
There you go. All right. I like the fact that we're never in sync when we do that.
I don't think it did.
Anyway.
Or if it did, you'd still have a little bit of lag. So that was how it comes out. Sorry, guys. He has really big fingernails. Huh. That's unusual. Well, but I guess not important.
There's nothing wrong with having big fingers.
Well, no. Big fingers are fine. But he has big fingernails. And I guess that's okay, too. If you paint them, they'll be really pretty. Well, anyway. It looks very cool. I didn't know Bruce Banner was blonde.
At least for the cover.
Huh, okay. Yeah, this is neat. I think I'll give it a 10. I like the retro art. It's cool.
It is from like 1963.
Two.
Okay. When I say it like that, I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong there, Eric. Yeah, so it is actually retro. But Pixel, what do you say?
I mean, go ahead and take the iconic part away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Right.
Look at the little bubbles on the side to go ahead and hype you up. Fantasy as you like it. Is he man or monster? Both. It's great. You can see using the lines that what he's going to become. It's fantastic. Everything is done well. It is a 10.
All righty, Eric, do you agree with them?
Who am I to argue with the Ute of America?
The Ute.
I'm sorry, did you say Utes?
What's a Ute?
Excuse me, youths. All righty, yeah, I'm not jumping off the 10 train. This is an iconic cover, and as Amy pointed out, the background, though muted, is just as important and just as wonderful as the rest. That's Betty Ross, by the way. All righty. Michael Taylor says 10. Enough said. Can we get a Gamma Ray Go? I actually left it before everybody was like, hey, Dr. Silver Age, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I got the Go a long time ago. We do... Where'd it go? Here it is. 10. Enough said. Jay says 9, and so does Desert Rose. So we've got a 9 and 2 10s. Next up, we've got Hulk 1. It's such a great cover. It's a 10 all day and twice on Tuesdays. Then we have an Eric and Boyd 10, a Joe 10 saying classic, and RDV 10. So we've got 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. I think I know where this is going to end up, kids. Oh, wait a second. We've got an 8 from Ethereal, a 9 from Jay, again, and a Dr. Silver Age 7. I'm just going to count the 7 and the 8 since I already counted the 9. All right. 10, simple, effective, and well-drawn, says One Slick. The classic Hulk cover, but he's not gray, not the green we've come to, but he's gray, not the green we've come to know and love, says Dr. Silver Age. All right, we'll add that One Slick 10. Hulk, not pretty. Hulk, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. Yes, I used it. All righty. Let's see.
We have another celebrity in the chat tonight.
Oh, Michael Taylor, what's up? Dark Admiral.
So,
Oh, give me just a sec. Dr. Admiral says 10, and Maranya says, and Singleton, I believe you have the Hulk color story wrong. Stan wanted gray, but the printer. Oh, okay. So I have it backwards. Hey, I am okay with being corrected. There we go. If the Hulk was green, it would have been 11. However, Rhaegar says less retro, more modern at the time. Yeah, that's true. Rhaegar says 10. Jim says 10. There you go.
Ahoy, Mercer.
All righty. And there we are. Let's see. Desert Rose, Captain Strange Life. What's up? Always been a 10. Is that the celebrity that you're talking about?
yes.
You want to invite him in?
If you would like to come in, absolutely.
Okay, and Marissa Tomei is still smoking hot. That is a true fact. I don't know where that came from. Oh, yeah, okay, because we said Utes. All righty, gang. By the way, if you do want to come on in, Captain Strange Life, help us rank some Hulk covers, you are welcome. But let me get the stop right now if there's a last-minute vote or whatever I just accidentally hit. And what we've got here is 1, 7, 1, 8, and 1, 9 trying to take down 14 10s. It's just not happening. And the first cover is a 10. And once again, I get all of these from Comic Vine. So if you want to go look up Hulk, look up the character Hulk, and then you scroll down to first appearance, because if you type in Incredible Hulk, it's going to be volume 2, which starts at 102. Alrighty. The only thing I remember seeing, Incredible Hulk 1, great design for a cover. It tells a story and still has mystery. This is a Hulk smash that like button 10. And that means 15 tens, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. It is now Pixel's turn to lead us off. And here is book 2, which just so happens to be issue number 2.
Terror of the Toad Man. And he's okay. This one is done well. Still done well. I don't like how the gray merges into the just goes blank behind the logo. But it's all right. It's exciting. I'm gonna go 8.
All righty. Okay, Eric, what do you say?
I'm giving this a 10 also. I just love the panic faces on the view screen, the Hulk busting in. You know, let me tell you something, brothers.
Alrighty. Pixel, what do you have for us? Oh, wait, no. Yeah, Pixel.
No,
you started. Amy, what's up? There you go.
It's kind of funny looking, isn't it? The way the exterior structure is, and he's kind of moving the metal around. There's something about it that's a little off, but I absolutely love it. It's so funny. The characters do look. Who's this guy in the background going ooh over the general's shoulder? Is that another dude? Or
Yeah, it looks like a private.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really fun. I like it. I'll give it a 10.
Alrighty. My question is, has Bonanza been out? Because wasn't there color TV yet? That would be my one complaint, is that the television is just a kind of a monochromatic blue rather than any kind of color on there. Otherwise, this is just one of those Silver Age silliness kind of covers. You know, it's entertaining because it's kind of stupid, and that's what I like about it. The look on the Toad face, you look at him and they goes, this is a 5-second fight. Yep. There's nothing. Yeah, the Hulk's gonna go in, and these Jawas are gonna go up and pound him in the knees, and they're just gonna get their asses handed.
Thrown out the window or wherever it is they are.
Yeah. That being said, I think this is an awesome cover, not a super awesome, so I'm giving it a 9. All right, let's get to the chat here, and we've got a J Lucian 8 and a Rhaegar 7 and a 10 from Dark Admiral and a 7 from RDV, Desert Rose, and Ethereal Dragons. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 7s, and 8 and a 10. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and a 10. 10 from Michael Taylor saying fantastic cover and detail. And Maranya says Hulk 2, great storytelling cover, well rendered. This sells the book. This scores a Toadman 10.
Like, would this be neat as like a Jim Henson's workshop kind of thing? That could be fun, right?
Let's bring it to life, people. Joe, excuse me. Joe says 8 don't like toads. One Slick says 9. Hulk's head looks more like Frankenstein here. I think he was modeled after him.
Probably.
Yeah, I know, of course, the story is Jekyll and Hyde, but I think the look of him was supposed to be Frankenstein. 8 don't like toads. 9 Hulk's head looks like Frankenstein. And then Henry says Hulk 2, it's an awesome cover. It's a 9. So we got an 8 and 2 9s. Alrighty. Okay. Dr. Silver Age says an 8. And Michael says it deserves a 10 just for the Hulk's first green appearance. Alrighty. Sweet.
Being green.
8 and a 10.
I like the blue steel guy in the back.
Lark Mark, hello everyone, and good evening. I like the Incredible Hulk character. Such a brilliant hero, he says. So welcome, and feel free to rank the covers. 1 is god awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 no emotion whatsoever, 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, and 10 is super awesome. All right, so Erica Boyd is saying 8. Okay, and we've got fun Silver Age cover, says Dr. Silver Age. Also very monotone in large areas. We've got a 7 from Jim Sorensen. It's a respectable 8, says Captain Strange Life. And there we go. So we've got a 7 and an 8 to close us out. If there is a last minute bid, by all means, or not bid, but vote, we will include it. But for now, we've got 5 7s taking out 5 of those 6 10s. But then we have 6 8s taking out the last 10, 3 9s. And there's 8s left over. And that is where this cover lands. It is an 8. Alrighty, where are we? Here we are. There you go. And Lark Bark says, okay, cool. I give the cover an 8, which is where it is already. But there we are. That does affect the score. All right. So, I already put the stop up, right? No. Let's get the stop. There we go. And let's get the go for book 3. And this one is an Eric lead off. There we go. And here is issue number 3.
I'm gonna have to drop this down to a 9 because even though I know he's a Hulk, but it seems to a little bit out of proportion. Like I don't know. I can't put my finger. It's like he has no torso to speak of. None to speak of. I'm sorry, I went into Danger Mouse.
Okay, how about you, Pixel?
Amy next. Then.
Yes. How about you, Amy?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they do these. Like, does the studio get together and create like a model sheet before they go into production on something? And they're just trying to settle on a form? But yeah, he's not very hulking at this. He's a little shorter and his head is too big for what we would consider. The structure on his hand isn't quite right. It's not terrible because you can kind of get the idea that you're below him looking up. But it lacks a certain dynamic and they're not making the best use of negative space. So overall, it's a little thin. I think they've got a better one in them. So yeah, I think I'd give this an 8.
Alrighty. And Pixel.
I'm gonna go lower than that. This has a lot of problems for me. I think, I don't know, the bubbles just don't seem to go as well. Like Eric said, the Hulk doesn't look right. And then the face of the man screaming down there, it's all a bunch of things that just are not working. This is I'll go a 6.
All righty. 9, 7, and 6. Okie dokie. You guys are high. This is awesome. I can't control him anymore. The Hulk is gone berserk. I believe that's Rick Jones. See the Hulk. Banished outer space, trapped by the Ringmaster, and other thrills with the most exciting original character in comics. Look, nothing can stop him now. He can fly, says the soldier. No, actually, I do like this cover, but I think I agree with you guys. It's an 8 on this one. All right. Boom. That's still very good. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Jay says 8, so does Desert Rose. But RDV says 5. Dark Admiral says 8. Joe says 8. Erica Boyd says 8. Dr. Silver Age says 9. And Rhaegar goes 4. So we've got a 4. We've got a 5. We've got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s and a 9. All righty. We've got a 4. We've got a 5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s and a 9. Okay, Maranya. Hulk 3. Wow, action cover. This show's drama peril. What's going on, but still has enough mystery to sell the book. Color's not this intense on the real book. Score a Ringmaster 10. All right.
Averaged out.
Jim says 6. Okie dokies. And Hulk 3. Too many word balloons kill the cover. It's a 7. Next up, we have a 1 slick 8. All righty. And let's see. Captain is saying drop that to a 7. But this is your original score, so there we go. All right.
Oops.
And let's see, 10, very cool action-packed cover and cool colors, says Michael. And I love the colors and layout on this cover. It even has stereotypical Kirby guy pointing in the foreground, says Dr. Silver Age. So is Rick Jones. The sun is getting real low, big guy. Yep. 6 from Ethereal, and I give it an 8, says Lark Bark. All right, 6 and an 8. All righty, let me get the stop. And if you have a last minute bid, or not bid, wrong show. If you have a last minute vote, just let me know. And let's see what we got here with 1, 4, 1, 5, taking out those 2 10s. And then we've got 3 6s taking out the 2 9s, and 1 of the 9 8s, 2 7s take out 2 more of them, but that's where this belongs as well. This is going to go to an 8. All righty, cool. And we're moving on. This time I get to lead us off, and let me put the go for book 4. All righty. And here it is, issue number 4. We do have a split screen. Let's see, we've got the Monster Machine as we see the Hulk tearing himself out of what looks like Dr. Banner got into in the TV show, a Mongo Gladiator from space. This one, look, each one could have been its own cover. As it is, I'm going 6 on this. It's just average. Pixel, or I'm sorry, Amy, what do you say?
I'm not sure how I feel about the split covers. I guess it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe 7. 7's still good, right?
Yeah, 7 is good. All righty, Pixel.
I like it. It's 2 different stories, so you're gonna have to showcase both. And while there might be better ways to do it, it's still very exciting. I almost wish that Mongo Gladiator from space was the sole cover. Can you imagine that, nice and big? But no, it's all very nice. Everything looks right. I'm gonna go 7 too.
All righty. And Eric.
I think you're all crazy. This is a 10.
All right.
Glad you liked it. That's awesome.
All right, going to the chat. RDV says 6. Dr. Silver Age agrees with Eric, gives it a 10. Jim says 7. And Rhaegar says 5. So does Larkbark. We've got an 8 from Ethereal, a 7 from Eric and Boyd, a 9 from Dark Admiral, and a 7 from Joe. So what do we have there? We've got 2 5s. And we've got 1 6. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 7s. And then we've got 9 and a 10. All right. Let's see. We've got 3 5s. 1, 2, 3. And 1 6. Right? 2 7s. 3 7s. 1, 2, 3. And we've got an 8. We've got a 9 and a 10. All right. There we go. And One Slick says 8. They should have focused on in one image instead of the split with less detail. And Hulk number 4, it's a very good cover. It's an 8, says Henry. So we've got 2 more 8s. I'm a sucker for split covers. So a Jade Jaws split cover is a great look to me, says Dr. Silver Age. 9, very cool cover. The green title works great with the cover, says Michael Taylor. All righty. And then Maranya comes in with Hulk number 4, split cover that could have been handled better. I'd pick the Machine as the full cover with the title blurb for the other. Even with the flaws, this rendering brings to a split decision 10. All righty. And Fun Silver Age split cover and 2 stories. I'll give this puppy a 10. And Desert Rose says 8. So we got a 10 and an 8. All righty. Once again, getting the stop. If you have a late minute vote, just put that on in there. We will count it. And let's see where we stand, kids. We have, oh, son of a bitch. I just escalated the score on 3. Let me go through that again, ladies and gentlemen. I put it on the wrong book. Okay, so RDV has a 6. And then we have a Dr. Silver. Okay, so I need to erase one of the 6s on number 3. And then we have a 10 from Dr. Silver Age. So
Say his
there
musculature
goes.
is better on this one than it was the previous covers.
Say again?
His musculature is better on this one than the previous covers. I think they're settling more on his build.
7 and 5. So I got to get rid of a 7 and 5 on the other cover. Alrighty, and then we had an 8 from Ethereal. Alrighty, not sorry about this, guys. I kind of screwed up. And then we had a 7 from Eric Boyd, a 9 from Dark Admiral, and a 7 from Joe. So we've got 2 7s and an 8, which means I've got to get rid of an 8 and 2 7s as far as the other one is concerned. Alrighty. Let's see. 8 from One Slick. Okay. Sorry about this once again. I put it on issue number 3. We had a 9 from Michael Taylor. So it's rid of the 8 and then a 9 has to go here. And Maranya said 10. Okay, and then we had an 8 from Desert Rose, and that was that. All right, and Maranya said 10, and Michael Taylor said 9. Okay, and I needed to get rid of an 8 and a 10. Oh, and another 10 from, there we go, so we got 2 here. All righty. There we are. So the new score, what it actually should have been, was 2 5s taking out 2 of the 4 10s, 1 6 taking out another. There's 1 left, but 5 7s comes in, takes the last one of that. Both of the 9s and leaves 2 of the 8s left standing, and we got a third 8. It's not a 10 fest tonight; it's an 8 fest so far. All kid duck is artichokes. There we go, and we are moving on to number 5. Just a cruising. Oh, Cato came in and said 7. All righty. Does that change things? 2, 1. So there's 1 left, and then we've got 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 1 8 left. All righty. Thank you, Cato and Pixel. Nope, Amy, it's your turn again, and you get book number 5.
Oh, okay.
There we go. And this is what it looks like.
Oh, huh. Let's see. What have we got here? The Incredible Hulk. More powerful, more dangerous, more uncontrollable than ever before. Here comes the Hulk. Kool-Aid Manning through the wall. All right. He says, slay the monster in the name of Tyrannus the Mighty. Oh, those are funny little dudes. Let's see. 2 great Hulk thrillers featuring Beauty and the Beast. All right. Well, it certainly looks interesting. They need to maybe fix his mouth there a little bit. Those teeth don't look right at all. But oh no. Okay, just don't look at him too much. But everything else works pretty well. Like, they've done a pretty good job sculpting an environment here. There's a wall in the foreground, and little rivets and stuff that are coming through the concrete are nicely rendered, and the figures look good. Well, the human figures, the normal figures. It's interesting. I think I'll give it a 9. Yeah. I like her dress.
And how about you, Pixel?
I 10.
All right.
Eric, what do you say?
Oh no, I'm looking at it too close.
Oh no.
Nope. Yep, 10.
Yep.
Alrighty. And yeah, when I said this is, I love the Hulk covers from this era. My favorite are this one and the next one. Tell you the truth.
Oh, really?
One thing I love the castle look. I like the people just on the stairs, the way they're lined up like the Brady Bunch. But one thing that really impresses me is something you don't see a lot of in early comics, Silver Age and Golden. There's rebar in that wall. Yeah. Most of the time, it's just brick. Like there's a famous poster of even Superman, and the bricks are flying. There's no rebar, and there should be. But yeah, I'm giving this one a 10.
On here, there's rebar.
Alrighty.
Not rhubarb. That's different.
Yep. All right, let's go to the chat and see what they're saying about book 5. Jim says 9, so does Ethereal, and RDV says 6, and Dr. Silverage says 9, so 3 9s. And RDV 6, and we've got Hulk 5. The Hulk smashing through the wall looks great. Hulk is now wearing shorts. It's a 10. It's a 10 for the shorts. Let's see. We've got absolute 10 once again, says Captain Strange Life. And then we have a 10 from Michael Taylor saying fantastic cover, colors, and detail. And then we've got a 9 from Joe. So another 10 and a 9. And then Maranya says Hulk 5, Hulk bursting out of the wall, putting people in peril. Why is this happening? Mystery sells the book. Great Kirby rendering. Score a beast 10. And then we've got a 10 from Lark Bark and an 8 from Rhaegar. All right. And let's see. 10 layout and perspective are good. Plenty of detail, says Onsley. And we've got Hulk doing what he does best, smashing onto the scene. Eric and Boyd gives it an 8. And Kato gives it a 10. Desert says 9, and MK says 7. So we've got a 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7, 8, 9, and a 10. Alrighty. Kool-Aid Man smashes better. And what's the question for the chat poll? Just your favorite villains. Okay, Kato, that's actually a what to do. I'm building up next season. We do 16 episodes and then a bracket fight to see what the best cover of the season was. And I decided next season is going to be Marvel villains. The season after that's going to be DC villains. So it's what covers do you want to see? And the covers will focus on whatever villain you guys choose. There you go. I did pick, hold on just a second here. Let me bring that up. And wouldn't mind voting myself, to tell you the truth. But I do believe I picked Ultron, MODOK, and 2 others. Yeah, 2 others.
That one has pretty covers. Although she,
yeah. Oh no. Yeah, no, but let's see. It's I forgot what the 4 that you guys are probably saying I'm on another page because I wanted to vote. We have MODOK, Ultron, Galactus, and the Sentinels. So whichever one you want to see the covers for, just go right ahead and do your vote, and whatever wins, I put down. There you go. Not like put down insult, but that's the one we're going to be doing. Okay. And let me get my hello.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if I dropped or not. I have a little paranoia as far as that's concerned. Alrighty. And here we go. All right, let's get back to it. And it is Amy's turn, right?
Mine now, I think.
Oh, it's Pixel's turn. That's right. Amy did the last one. So go for book number 6. All righty. Yeah, just hit the bubble next to the character you want. But there you go. And here is book number 6 for Pixel.
Even your limitless strength cannot save you from me, Hulk. All the metal on Earth is mine to command. I am the metal governor.
If the Hulk can't handle the metal, Governor, it could mean the end of the human race.
A full-length epic. Super thriller. This is all right. I don't get how he's floating on a flat square. But, you know, Charles Xavier's and Magneto's weird child that they have made. He's an interesting villain. I'm gonna go 8.
Alrighty. And how about you, Eric?
Those are some interesting. Dude, he's wearing a backwards thong. And
Yeah, he is.
And for being that fashion forward alone, that is a 10.
Alrighty. And Ardava, what says you?
Who?
RDB.
Okay, I don't know who the hell you're talking about for.
I was reading your name.
Bike's cool. One thing I've noticed about these covers, and just thinking about general Hulk in general, he has been drawn ultimately never the same for long periods of time. They keep redesigning his character with each artist. I've noticed that. That being said, though, he looks like he's this basically who is the other son of what's his name? Darkseid's other son. He has Orion, and then he had Calabac. He looks like he got Calabac's build in here, which is really weird. So I'm gonna go 5.
Already?
Yeah, that and the weird looking boxer briefs, whatever he's wearing.
And how about you, Amy?
Yeah, you know, another character whose design never matches up twice, I think, would be Kilowog. Like, they sometimes have an issue with these hulking characters, and it's like, oh, right, face and overall proportions. I don't know, huge. Face, I don't know, they're big. Like, oh, no.
And they're fighting in a jungle gym? Huh.
It kind of looks like it.
The playground Hulk.
I mean, it's kind of cool that they have a tank there, kind of Sandman style, like, zooped, and then made into, like, a little cage. That's kind of a neat effect.
Metal Governor Maranya, get it right.
So yeah. It's fine. I think I could give it a within the context of what we've seen, I think I could give it an 8. Yeah.
Alrighty. I, on the other hand, this is a 10 all day. This is my second favorite of the first 6. So yeah, I am definitely going 10 on this one.
It's always great when Amy says, it's fine.
It's fine. And I'm going to be merciful. Dr. Silverade says 8, and Michael Taylor says 10. Fantastic cover colors. Alrighty, so we've got an 8 and a 10. And we've got doesn't do anything for me, and I hate the faces, says Ethereal. Joe says 7. Alrighty. And we have a Hulk number 6, Steve Ditko cover. I like it. It's a very good cover. It's an 8, says Henry. And we have a 7 from Jim Sorensen. And let's see, 8 could have used better background rather than the 2-tone negative space, says One Slick. And let's see, 7 from Desert Rose, but a 10 from Dark Admiral.
Eric, who was drawing the Hulk during the Peter Dip run?
Several people.
Todd McFarlane, Dale Keown.
Yeah, Jeff Purvis and Dale Keown, and then Gary Frank.
Because I liked him when he had during the Bachelor Party. I like that version.
That was Gary Frank.
Yeah.
Hulk number 6. Oh, did I? Desert Rose was 7. Okay, yep. Hulk number 6. Metal Master seems to reshape metal as opposed to Magneto. Great rendering. Mystery as to how this happens. Sell the book. Scoring metal 10. 6 from Ethereal.
So this is a one-time villain. Does he ever appear again?
Oh, the Metal Governor?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Magneto.
Fun cover, but kind of silly pickle. Can't do more than 6, says Captain Strange. Alrighty, and then we've got a 10 from Rhaegar. Let's see. Amy Zoop. Haha. Hulky looks like the green guy on the can of veggies. The villain looks lame. I'll say 8, says MK. Okie dokies.
Also, the number of his toes changed too. There's only like 3 toes each cover.
All right, so we're putting in the stop, and if you have a late vote, put it on in there. We will add it, and if anything changes, we will change that thing. But for now, we have 1-5 taking out one of the 7 10s, and then we've got 2 6s. We're down to that means we are down to 4, and then we've got 3 7s, and then 5 8s. So this is an 8.
Yeah, when did they start drawing him not being like short? And actually started drawing him a little bit bigger.
Oh,
Just over time.
What time?
Just over time in general.
I feel like the comic panels probably need a larger like bleed area for when they're doing, because it feels like he's just drawing these covers too close to the edge of the page, and that's why they're not laid out correctly in some of the poses or a bit skewed. Because I'm like I think the artist is better than this. He just needs a little more room to finish his layout.
See, I want to action cover where he's basically being people are shooting at him and the bullets are bouncing off him, like Superman.
all right, we're gonna go for book 7. All righty, which I believe is in that would be in.
Oh, Jim Sorcer just said that he shows up again as a round villain. The metal.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Because he's like a robot. That makes sense.
I was wondering because
Okay, so
sometimes
I
they actually don't have one-hit
5,
wonders.
6, 7. All right, so this is Amy's cover again. I had book 5, so Pixel Amy again. Okay, here we go. You have number 7, which is his first appearance in Tales to Astonish. It's issue number 59.
Oh, this actually looks good.
Wow. I
Really?
told you all the other covers.
I like the way you're so when it's your turn up and you're looking, you're so particular about being nice, and then you just lay stuff out like that. Oh, this one actually looks good.
Well, I mean, it
All
does. It's got a really nice arc on the movement here. The way he's kind of balancing his weight coming back on this foot that's behind him, and the turn on the shoulder, and the way his head's tilted on it. That wasn't difficult. They've actually got the depth right for where Hulk's hand is on his shoulder there. And it's kind of laid off. And Hulk's on proportions, he's still got those kind of squat proportions. But I think that's kind of what they're going for. And for Hulk at this era, he's not particularly tall, but his head doesn't look disproportionately large, for which you might confuse the character. I mean, he does have a pretty large head, but it doesn't keep him from looking too short. So anyway, the proportions on that are pretty good. The arc of the movement's good. The force shortening on the legs, and his feet look a little better. It's kind of an interesting blocky shape, but it works. You see that kind of blockiness in drawing, I think, more in contemporary art. So it's kind of surprising to see it here, but it works really well. The good gravity, the environment's rendered nicely. Really good weight on it. Sorry?
He has all his toes, though?
Yeah, right. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 little toes and a big toe. And he's got the purple pants with the little shredded knees on them, so you know he's the Hulk. And this is Giant Man, so it looks like he's not that big, but Giant Man's really tall, so that's a cool way of reinterpreting kind of the scale of the fight. And the little bitty wasp with the little bullet there, that's kind of cute. Yeah, thank goodness, this is great. I'll give it a 10.
Alrighty. And how about you, Pixel? Oh, wait. Yes. Okay, let's go with Pixel.
10.
Right.
Alrighty. And Eric?
I'm giving this a 10 also. I've always liked this cover. And I have this book, so that's the
There you go. Alrighty, RDV.
I love this. It's a perfect use of the negative space behind him. And then you shove whatever that the ads at the bottom, so you get the full top thing is just one giant photo, and you have just a little bit. It's cool because it's Ant-Man, so you have the Wasp. They're small, so they're small boxes.
Look at them.
So and then I love the fact that he looks like Jack Kirby. You know, I think it gets him. Because look at him. He's got hair on his forearms. On the Hulk, and then the whole thing, the motion lines, the fact that Hank is, because he's not really much of a fighter, so he's kind of staggering back. He's caught off guard. So this is a 10.
Because
Alrighty.
he's a scientist, right? He's not a fighter.
No, he's just a scientist.
Right, so this
And
is like,
I do agree with you, and I like this. I believe the X-Men Avengers, when they met, it did the same thing where the ground separated the main image from the secondary. And that's just something I love when they do. This is absolutely a 10. Jim says 10 as well. So does Dark Admiral. Alrighty. And all due respect to Ditko, I prefer Cardi's a bit more, says Michael Taylor. One Slick says 10 as well. So we got 3 10s. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. Joe says 8, and Dr. Silverage saying, Hans, you're the best, sir. So let's give that an 8. And Maranya, TTA 59, Hulk 59, semi-split cover with the tiny panels at the bottom which fit into the design. Action aplenty. Why is this battle happening? Sells the book. Score a giant Hulk 10. Alrighty. And then we have Michael Taylor 10, a Dr. Silverage 10, and a Desert Rose 10. 1, 2, and 3. Exciting encounter plus rockets in the bottom panel. Give it a 10, says Captain Strangelife. And Ethereal gives it a 9. Rhaegar gives it a 10. So we have 2 10s and a 9. Next up, Henry. Oh, nope, sorry. Let's see. It was Kato. Awesome. David versus Goliath with the Hulk as David. This is an easy 10. And Henry saying, Tales to Astonish 59. Great dynamics and rendering. The Hulk looks a little rough. It's a very good cover. It's an 8. So we've got an 8 and a 10.
Every time see Kato, I'm looking for a Green Hornet.
Right. It could be Kato. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to say Kato. So did the Metal Master come after or before Dr. Polaris and Magneto? I'd say a 9 for Midget Hulk. And that was MK.
We can't use that word anymore. We have to use little people.
Also, it's not a midget Hulk. Like, Giant Man is giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant man versus regular size Hulk. Yeah.
Now, if he was like the dandelion was the same size as the Hulk, bigger, then it'd be a midget Hulk. So
now we have 3 8s and 2 9s trying to take down 14 10s. This is a 10. Which, by the way, we have only had 8s and we've only had 10s.
kind of polarizing, but that's okay.
Yeah. Now the 8s are outnumbering the 10s, but there you go. Eric, you're up with go for book 8. There we are. And this is Tales to Astonish. I've actually sold this book at the auction. Tales to Astonish number 60. Of course, mine was faded by the sun.
I was going to say yours is really white.
Yeah.
Yellow.
This is very simple but effective. Shows you exactly who's in it. The only thing I would have done, the reason why I guess I didn't show all of Giant Man was so the Wasp wouldn't be like a dust speck in the picture.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that into account, and this cover does everything you want to do. I'm pulling it off the rack and buying it. It's a 10.
Okay. And how about you, RDB?
So once again, it's a different artist now drawing the Hulk on the cover? Because he looks totally different from the last cover we just did.
That's probably Kirby.
Ah. You're right, because look at the feet. It looks like the Thing. I'm going to go 8 on it. What do? I love the split cover.
Alright.
It is nice.
And how about you, Amy?
This is really smooth compared to a lot of them. Like the minimal use of lines in the face or even how the eyes are detailed. It's kind of interesting that they're doing that way. If you wanted to have Giant Man kind of full size and still have Wasp visible, you could always have her like much closer to the camera. Although I guess if the idea is they're supposed to be interacting, then you would probably want to, that would be kind of hard to pull off, wouldn't that? Unless they were both transforming at about the same time. Or you're doing just a really, really big close-up of Giant Man and he's just, Wasp is about the size of Tinkerbell in front of him, which would also be cute. But whatever the case, this works. I wonder who inked this. That's kind of unusual. but it's a cool cover. I'll give it a 9. Yeah, I think.
Alrighty. Okay, and let's see. Pixel.
Hulk's face is awful.
I know.
Absolutely awful. He's horrible. His eyes are so stretched apart. He doesn't look anything like we've seen in the past covers.
I told you. You can change it.
Yeah.
Other than his body, and even then, it's simple because it doesn't tell you anything. All you know is you're getting a story with Giant Man and the Hulk. You have no idea what you're getting.
You don't need to. That's the point.
I disagree. When we had the split cover 2 covers ago, we knew what the adventures were for the Hulk. At least we had an idea of what we were going into. This is not enough to sell it for me. I'm going down to a 6.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it says essentially says sees the big change and astonished. 2 great features for the price of 1.
And now
That's
I
issue.
I do agree with Pixel that it is not as good as the last one, but it is still an awesome cover. I'm giving it a 9. Let's go to the chat. And we have, let's see, Dr. Silver Age says 9. Jim says 8. So does Joe. All righty. So 2 8s and a 9. And then we have, let's see, 10. Love how Hulk is drawn and posed, says Michael Taylor. And we've got a split cover again. Oh, from here on in, they're all splits. Let's see, 8 from Ethereal and 8 from One Slick. All righty. So we got the 2 8s. Next up, an 8 from Rhaegar. Alrighty, and we have Tales to Astonish number 60 says MARANYA split cover that sells book with who's included inside. Simple and effective. Another split decision 10. Next up, let's see. The art is so good. That's why I rated it that high, says Rhaegar. Hulk is looking like a drag queen. Hard to say. I'm kind of split on this one. Ha. I'll give it a 7. All righty. And then we have, let's see, an 8 from Henry saying, Tales to Astonish 60. I like the Hulk side. It's an 8. And then we have, let me put that down there. And then we have, let's see, very good but mediocre. So 8 and 9 from Desert Rose. 8 and 9. You skipped Dark Admiral. Did I now? It's One Slick Admiral who gave it a 10. Okay, cool. And I do believe that's that. Let's get the stop. If you have a last minute vote, let me know, and we will put that in there. And if it changes anything, we will change that thing. And we have 1 6, 1 7, taking out 2 of the 4 10s, and then we've got 8 8s, and that just wipes out everything else. So there you go. All righty, this is another 8. That's, I'm telling you, we've got right now 5 8s when we include this one, and 3 10s. That's where we stand, ladies and gentlemen. But we are moving on to book 9, and RDV is going to lead us off here. All righty. So let me get that go for book. Oh, no, let me just put that in there. There you go, RDV. You've got book 9, and let's put the go for 9. Go for 9. There you are.
Didn't I see this cover before? The Hulk in some kind of device on top? Or same pose?
Not on this channel.
Could have sworn I did. Captured at last. And then see Giant Man get his butt kicked. Now walks the android. I mean, it's simple, straight to the point. Giant Man and the Incredible Hulk. The problem is you can't read the Incredible part because it's so colored. Yeah, the book like. So I don't know why they even did that if you can't even read it. I'll go 8 on it. I mean, I love that. You know what the most impressive thing on here is the tank. How the tank's drawn. I could care less about the Hulk. The Hulk has become like, this kind of a side attraction, But the tank, though, that's drawn really well. And then so are the crates down below. So it's an 8.
All righty. How about you, Amy?
Yeah, my goodness, they kind of set themselves up for some challenges when they keep dividing the little space that they have in top. But they've done a pretty good job managing to make horizontal compositions on a vertical media with characters that should be upright, but they're pulling it off. I have to give them respect for that. It gives the individual backgrounds here more of a focus on the environment, but they're not doing an awful lot with the environment, or the environment's not particularly well rendered. Well, this bottom thing where he's running in, I guess it's an office. So giant man fell over and that's a telephone. Yeah, the scale's kind of hard to guess in this, but still, they're basically cool. I'll give it I guess an 8, maybe an 8.
All right.
Guessing that the Ant-Man's or Giant Man's inside a warehouse, or is that a car? Because there's chairs there. Yeah,
there's this chair behind him.
At first, I thought he was on the docks because I always said that the crates are always on the docks.
For a moment, I thought he was in the city, but then I noticed they were drapes.
The city.
But then he suddenly became smaller, so I'm not sure how big.
So he's on. So you're saying he's in Atomic City?
Atomic City.
Alrighty.
Man.
How about Pixel? What are you saying?
This is what I'm talking about. Finally, some good fucking food.
Whoa, language there.
Sorry.
I know this is a family channel. We do not cuss
we don't
here.
let 12-year-olds on the stream anymore.
I know. I'm sorry.
What did you get to eat?
No, I'm talking about. It's a meme.
Okay.
This is great.
Okay.
This is awesome. This is exciting. You know what they're facing. This is exactly what I want. Is it the best? No. So I'm going to go 9, but it's really great.
Yeah.
It's what you want, but not what you really want.
Well, tell us what you want.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want. Oh, I thought we were doing a song. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. What did you give it, Pixel?
A 9.
Okay. And Eric.
Well, I think if the Android had looked a little different, it would have really spiced up this cover.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, I see you.
Where are the go-go checks on these?
That time release humor. I'm going to deduct a point for the Android. Kind of looks weird. It's like he's charging Giant Man while he's yelling at his knee.
He has a whole room with a horizontal composition.
Yeah. I'm going to give us a 9.
Why is Giant Man looking scared?
Was he what now?
I didn't know Hank was a coward.
I mean, he can't stand up. It's a very landscaped composition.
Because he's sitting on his leg awkwardly, and his proportions are off.
And maybe the Android is as big as him. It looks proportionate, the same. So,
but they're inside.
Only Jack inside.
Okay, Eric. So we got 4. Okay, it's my turn. I like this. I don't think it's great. I think the Hulk part just would have been a better cover by itself, like the Captain America and the Iron Man would do, and I think they started doing with this when it got to Namor. I'm going to give this an 8 as well. Let's go to the chat. Dr. Silver Age is saying 10. He likes these split covers. Jim is saying 8, and Henry says crazy that same images and panels from these books were used to make the old 1966 Hulk cartoon. Yeah, those were kind of interesting what do they call those? Motion comics. All right, we've got an 8 from Jim. And then we've got a 10 from Dark Admiral, Tales to Astonish 61. I like this cover. It's a 10. So we've got 2 10s. 1 and 2. Tales to Astonish 61 says Maranya. Wish they'd chosen one of the split panels, preferably the Hulk, to fill the cover. Even so, the rendering of both halves pushes the score to a split 10. And then we've got Captain Strangelife saying this could be 2 great covers for 2 separate comics. Gorgeous 10. And then we have Michael Taylor with a 10. Very cool double action panel and nice details. And then we have 10 judging the Hulk part, says Joe. Next up, we have One Slick 9, not enough environment in the Hulk panel. And then we have a 9 from Ethereal as well. The white background makes the heroes and the action pop for me, plus another great split. I love it, says Dr. Silver Age. Rhaegar says 7. Desert Rose says 9. Alrighty. And then we have Tales to Astonish became a better book when they replaced Giant Man with the Submariner.
Marinara.
Yep. Cool covers. I like 10 from me, says Chuck Miles. And hello to Chuck Miles, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, and let's get the stop. If you do have a late vote, sir, I didn't know, just me. We got Chuck just joined us. Nobody else. Okay, well, there you go, Chuck. Hello for me. Okay, there we are. All right, let's get the stop here. And
I agree. When they add the Submariner here, the covers get better.
the Submariner there.
Marinara.
I prefer Giant Man over Submariner. I prefer Ant-Man over Submariner, so I disagree with that. But everybody's got their thing, you know.
He just hates subs.
I do. Ever since that freaking dishwater tasting Subway sandwich, I don't like sub anything. Thank you very much. All righty. Yeah. Okay, so what we got is 1 7 taking out one of those 8 10s. We've got 4 8s, and now we are at 3 10s, 5 9s. Take that. But finally, we broke the 8 10 pattern, and this is a 9.
Right.
All righty, there we go. All right, right in the middle there. And let's get moving here. And I think it is back to me. We are on book 10, so let's put go for book. Not even Sub-Zero. 8. Oh, MK's given that an 8. All righty. Doesn't change. All right. Yeah, even Sub-Zero, because he tastes like dishwater too. He was under the bridge one time. All right, let's go for book 10. And that was, this is Tales to Astonish, issue number 62. All righty, what are we looking at here, kids? Hulk listen, attacks the the chameleon's a dead man. Mimic Hulk's voice while he pounds you to death. And then Giant Man fights for his life against the Wasp. Why? How did it happen? And why are they on a coloring book? Okay, so the Hulk part is really looking good. The Giant Man, as much as I like the characters, is that a diamond mine, I guess? That they're not really rendering very well. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's like, what are we looking here? Because it looks like pearls and diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like there's much distinction between the two of them. Overall, I'm going to give this cover an 8. What do you say, Amy?
I think if they had used some more color in the Giant Man size, it would probably read a little better. It looks like they've shrunk down to, well, they're in like a bag full of jewelry. That's a large ring that he's sitting on top of. And then there's a strand of like a pearl necklace going around there. So they're both very tiny right now. I don't know. Did they try to stop like a jewelry heist and it went sideways, or did he try to like re-gift a piece of jewelry to her for an anniversary that he forgot, and she caught him going through her jewelry box to go, she never wears this, she won't know if I give it to her second time, and now she's upset? I don't know. Maybe. I think though that I'm glad to see some vertical compositions. It works well for, humans who are taller than they are wide. So good to see that. I really do like the he's a tiny giant man. Does that make him Ant-Man?
Well, I guess so. Because he can shrink and grow. So
right. So I guess he's Ant-Man right now. I'd love to see some more color on it, but it's really pretty cool. I haven't given a good rating in a while. I think I'll give this one a 10.
All righty. And how about you, Pix?
Why is it so hard for them to get the Hulk size right?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I'm not sure they've
not right. His eyes are wrong. However, I love it. Yeah, the chameleon's a dead man. I don't care. The fact that he's there, he's pressed to the wall. You're interested. How does this connect? Giant Man attacking the Wasp, and I know we're mostly judging the Hulk, but they're part of the cover too. Yeah, Giant Man's looking a little weird. It's like they wanted to do him at a do them as at a distance, but it doesn't really work with where they're at, wherever that is. But it's good action. I'm going to go with a 8 because of those eyes. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
To be fair, Pixel, he's been up all night.
All righty, kids. Before we go, I've noticed a couple of new people in the chat, and I noticed we've got a larger than normal audience. Thank you very much for joining us. We are literally looking at covers and just, we're ranking them. What do we like? What do we dislike? It's all up to you if you want to join the voting and everything. We do have, this is our standard. 1 is god awful. 2 is horrible. 3 is very bad. 4 is bad. 5 is no emotion whatsoever. It's just, it doesn't do anything for me. 6 is average. 7 is good. 8 very good. 9 is awesome. 10 is super awesome. And being super awesome doesn't necessarily mean it's the best art in the world, but maybe it's something over the top even. It could be the best art, but maybe it's something over the top. Maybe it's just, God damn it. Sometimes you just got to look at something and go, that's effing cool. But the thing is however you decide is a-okay. So, if we're putting up the cover of Christ on Infinite Earths #7 and you say it's a 2, I'm going to ask for an explanation, but there you go.
To make it short,
to vote. Oh, go ahead.
To make it short, 10 is awesome. Being the best there is. 1 means it's the worst book you've ever seen.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, but feel free to vote. Everybody's welcome. And there we go. Let's who do we have? I've got 1, 2, 3. So it started with me, and then boom. Eric's turn. Yes. What do you say?
I can't go 10 because Giant Man looks like a dork. It looks like he's just seen a mouse.
Well,
that's why he wasn't the android too.
Eek.
Yeah, he's trying to get away from Wasp, who's upset. So
it looks like they're in a jewelry bag or some kind of jewelry store.
Yeah, the Hulk side's awesome. Yeah, Chameleon, he's screwed.
Well, he was about to, but the Hulk jumped in.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So I'm going 9.
Okay, what did you say you give this? All right, how about you, Eric?
9.
9. All righty. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got everybody, and let's get to the chat. Jay says 10. Jim says 7. Dark Admiral says 10. As Dr. Silver Age says 8. So we got a 7, 8, 2 10s. A 7, an 8, and 2 10s. All righty. Next up, Englantina Scorpion fan confirmed already, and he gave the last issue a 7. And let's see, or is it this one? Okay.
Why is he a Scorpion fan? Because he was hanging out.
Because I mentioned I didn't like Sub-Zero, but really I play Sub-Zero better on the MK games.
I thought you were saying like you're down at Corky Park.
Joe says 10, 8. Michael Taylor. For Michael Taylor, I like Hulk's panel better. I think everybody does. All right, so we got an 8 and a 10. 1, 8, 1, 10. Next up, we've got a Henry Jeremick saying Tales to Astonish 6-2. It's a good cover. It is a 7. Maranya says Tales to Astonish 6-2 split cover that is well rendered on either side. This sells the book because of the mystery of why did these things happen. Score a Chameleon 10.
Pixel,
next
that's
up,
a show we should review. Black Scorpion.
One Slit says 9. Hulk half is fine, but the Giant Man side needs colors on the stones. Alrighty. And then we have Evan saying she nailed it. Amy usually does. The rest of us are kind of like, well, this is cool. We could give a little explanation, but Amy really goes into the artist of it all. Ethereal says 7. Let's see. Chuck says, I like it. Really looks like Frankenstein's monster. I'd give it an 8. The Giant Man looks kind of dumb. This time around, I think we all agree. Or most of us do anyway. Not enough Hulk for my taste, but I may be a little bit biased, says Dr. Silver Age. Rhaegar says 8. Alrighty. And yeah, we had 25 viewers, but then I explained the rules, and 3 people left, but we got a couple back. Hello. Let's see. I'd never guessed that about. Okay. Let's see. Emerald Green and Diamond Sheen. I'm giving this an 8. Says Captain Strangelove.
And for everyone here, it's new. We do have auctions every Saturday night.
That is true. Hey, yeah. Let's show that.
Comic book auctions.
And I showed off some of the books I got at the show. Well, I did a video, so look out for that on the channel. Yeah, I got a lot. I
tell
got
them
a
what the
handful
shipping
of
is.
treasures.
Tell them how good the shipping deal is.
Oh, well, yeah, they tend to be.
Book points. If you get 9 books, get a nice box. It's what.
Oh yeah. Well, I do priority, but you could do bulk, so it definitely is better than going to eBay to get the same book. You buy the more you buy, the more you save. Basically, 1 through 9 is 1 through 10 books, I believe it is. No, it's 18. Regular size is $10 priority flat rate envelope shipping, and then up to 50 is a flat rate medium sized box for 17 because they raised it to 20 now, $19 anyway. And then if you get more than 50, I put it in a short box or something that's going to keep it safe, and boom, $20. Yes. So yeah, very much so. There you go. All right, let's get back to the cover ranking. Desert Rose says 9, and welcome, by the way, and thank you for giving us a chance.
There's never.
All righty. And let's see. We got to stop. If you put in a late vote, we will count it, and if it changes anything, we will change that thing. And what's going on here? We got 4 7s. Taking out 4 of those 5 10s. Only 1 left. But we've got 7 8. So that last 10 is gone, and all 4 9s are gone. And it's leaving 2 8s standing. So back to the 8s, ladies and gentlemen.
I was thinking.
Boom.
Since you have all this time when we're not doing cover rankings, you should do a channel video which basically advertises the auction.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. I will be doing that. I absolutely agree. Also, this week, keep an eye out. I'm going to be describing and going through a lot of the stuff that I bought today for next week's auction, and hopefully I'll get a chance to do the same thing if they send me the books I paid $200 for 2 weeks ago. All righty. There we go. England T, you see Floyd trending on Twitter. He's a new secret pink ninja hidden in recent MK games, but I have not seen that. No. All right, let's get the go for book number 11. That is Pixel. You're going to lead us off on this one. And book number 11 just so happens to be Tales to Astonish number 63.
More Tales.
Pixel.
Hi, I'm Pixel.
No, you're
Hi. Wait. No, you're not.
Hi,
you're
Giant
not.
Man is one crashing through today. That's awesome. The hands are done well.
His
Look at those
face is-
pixel fingers. Hulk's face is a little bit more than a little bit on,
He's got a dog face.
but it's still exciting.
Dog police.
I want to see him fight.
Oh wait, his mouth is open.
Titan rides the train. This is the stupidest title I've ever
You know,
seen.
I had a party under the bridge. Speaking of trains. Anywho, what do you grade this here, Pixel?
Is that your way of telling me to shut up?
No.
Because I also wanted to point out the fact that the Hulk, he is going to crash into that wall one way or another. But he is so big that he shouldn't. That shouldn't have been an option. The train isn't going to have enough space either way. But all that said, this is still very exciting. I really would be more interested in reading this. So let's go 9.
All righty. And we got a 9 from Pixel. How about Amy?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. No, it's Eric. Sorry. I'm going up instead of down. We go Eric. Oh, please.
Amy's like,
You guys have been around long enough to know I don't know what I'm doing. So there you go.
Oh, I wasn't going to argue. Sorry. Anyway, Eric.
Exactly. Yeah.
the gentleman from
I think I'm gonna have to give this a 10. I like the motion lines. Maybe the proto wreckers on skates.
Roller
But
skates.
this is cool. I like this, so I'm gonna get 10.
Alrighty. And how about you, RDB?
Yeah, the Hulk's face is drawn horrible. It's an optical illusion. At first, it looks like he has a dog nose, a shiny dog nose. But if you zoom in, it's actually his mouth is open. He's yelling. That's his teeth. That's what that white part is. It looks horrendous.
I like the dog nose, though. That's a cool idea.
But the motion lines, everything like that. The generic robot who looks like he just stopped out of any other comic book that has a robot. Actually, who sells this book here is actually Giant Man.
Yeah.
Giant Man coming at you like Galactus in that Captain America Defenders game. Or X-Men Legends, one of those two.
Yeah.
It's such an awesome rendition up there. Wasp is damsel distress. She's knocked out. She just sputtered on the ground. And the guy is spraying raid at them, trying to kill them. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that is actually a thing. There was a window cleaner that had spray bottles that he used against Giant Man.
Yeah, so this is a 9 for me.
Alrighty.
I just gotta stop looking at that bottom part. It's
don't look too close, right?
Okay, and how about you, Pixel?
I already read.
Hi, Pixel.
Oh, God dang it! I did it again. Okay, when Pixel, and then I've got Eric and RDV. Now it's Amy. Darn it! Yeah. All right. I should have lined you guys up the way the bottom is because I look at the bottom more than I do the side. So, Amy, what do you say? What do you say?
Yeah, I totally agree with the Giant Man cover here, really stealing the show. I'm glad that the artist kind of got the hang of this. Is going to, if you're going to be doing horizontal split on this, you're going to have to come up with more environmentally driven covers because you've got a really narrow horizontal space to deal with here. And that almost usually means somebody's going to have to have fallen over, which isn't particularly heroic. But this was pretty creative, though, with just changing the camera angle to have it looking down and there being like a train track. It's a Hulk's about to hurt his hand or his head or hitting that thing, but he'll probably be okay. Oh, that android's going to go taking off when it hits the thing because they're moving really fast. But overall, I'd say they did a good job. I think they're kind of feeling out how they need to approach these split covers. And they remembered to give Wasp and Giant Man some color on their cover this time, so that's awesome. I will give it a 10.
It's a weird looking.
Alrighty.
People bend his arms like that. It almost looks like he's a guy in an AIM suit.
Yep.
And let's see. It was. Did I get Eric's score? And yeah, this should be everybody except for mine. And I've got to agree. That last one was all about the Hulk. This one's all about Giant Man. I don't think the Hulk wrecks the cover the same way that the Giant Man did on the last one, though. So I'm giving this one a 9.
It'd be a better cover if they're actually in the same area. It's just that the Hulk was on the bottom of the street and then he was fighting on top of the street.
Well, it looks like he's on a moving train and he's either
I know. I'm just saying it would have been better
going under a bridge.
Yeah.
Jay says 9. Dr. Silver Age says 10. All righty, we got a 10. We've got a 9. And then Tales to Astonish 63 says, Henry, I like the Hulk fighting one of the leader's humanoids on top of a train. Giant Man, half the cover looks a lot better this time. It's a 10. And then MK, Giant Man versus Scarecrow and Hulk versus Crash Test Dummies. Give it a 10.
Methinks,
there we go. We've got
might be biased.
We've got an Ethereal 9 and a Desert Rose 9 and a Dark Admiral 10 and a Gem 10. So 2 9s, 2 10s. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see. Joe says 8. Giant Man looks better than the Hulk. Michael Taylor says 10. Very cool action panels. Nice details. So we've got an 8 and we've got a 10. All righty. Tales to Astonish 63, another great split cover. Each half was enough mystery to sell the book on its own. Together, a definite sale. Well rendered, score a Titan Wrecking 10. And then we have I'm Pixel, says Jay. I identify as a pixel. Just doggone cool cover all the way around, says Dr. Silver Age. A split cover gives me seizures, says Evan, giving this a 4. Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you. Evan, say Wart. All right, so Rhaegar says 8. All right.
And he unsubscribed.
That's subscribe. Yeah. Well, it's something we do around here. There we are. All righty. And hello to Leon. What's up? And we have, this is what we have. Let me get the stop. Oh, my turn to get, is this one slick dude? 10, lots of detail, eye-catching. Alrighty.
Everything except for this comment is eye-catching.
Sorry about that one skipped. We are moving on. Here's the stop. If you have a late vote, we will put it on in.
Prevent yourself from being skipped. Send a super chat for $2.99.
You know what that is? Yeah, if every time somebody votes, they just put even $1. That would be awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll highlight it. We'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So everybody send $1 super chat when you're voting. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Exactly.
All righty. This is what we got. We've got 1-4 taking out. We got 1-4 taking out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, okay, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ricker says I cannot subscribe. He cannot subscribe because he's busy having users.
Right. Well, there you go. That explains it all. We have 1-4 taking out one of the 10 10s, and then we've got 2 7s, and now it's down to 7 10s, but it's going up against 6 9s.
Leon,
and so the 10s wins.
Leon, you got to put a score in when you do a super chat.
Say again.
Leon gave you a super chat, but he forgot to give you a score though.
Well, maybe he's putting that.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you very much. Well, see, he put the score in and he ranked it. Thank you, dude. That's very nice of you. Did you say one skipped? Yes, I did, Michael Taylor. Evan St. Ward, I mean, the scale is 1. Oh, yeah, I think he was here when I described it last time, but 1 is god-awful. 2 is horrible. 3 is very bad. 4 is bad. 5 is don't feel any emotion. 5 or 6 is average. 7 is good. 8 is very good. 9 is awesome. 10 is super awesome. And Leon said 8. All righty. And let's see. Does that change at 1-4? Now we're down to 8 10s, and we've got 3 7s. So now we are down to 5 10s, and we have 6 9s. Oh, righty. Leon score dropped that from a 10 to a 9. There we go.
Hope your cleaning's going well over there, Leon. See who's cleaning.
And go for book 12, our last book. And who are we on right now? Who took the last one? Eric took the last one, right? Or does he take this one?
I don't know.
Oh, Eric will take book 12. Why not? So here we go.
Eric,
it is Tales to Astonish number 64.
All right. Yeah, this is a Tuma. I love it.
It's not a Tuma. It's not a Tuma. Oh, yes, it is. I'm sorry. I am mistaken. It is a Tuma.
Am I leading this one off, you say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Ordinarily, I don't think the leader's head was fully formed yet.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks like someone with like a 6 head now.
Looks like the Godfather.
But I have to give this a 10. A lot of cool stuff going on in this cover.
All righty. And how about you, RDB?
I want to pretend that behind Giant Man there, that's Alcatraz Island.
He's getting ready to throw that guy into Alcatraz.
Yeah. He's got to throw Alcatraz at him. So those guys work for the leader. So I'm guessing they're not robots. They look like AIM because look at their helmets, and then they have the goggles up front. So he wasn't fighting a robot. He was fighting an AIM guy, but he was orange for some reason. I don't know. The Marlon Brando. I'm sorry if you look at the leader.
I love it.
The biggest hose job I've ever.
What did you do?
I don't know. but I'll go 10 on this. I love a Tuma. Yeah, and the Hulk.
It's
actually
not a
looks decent on
Tuma.
this. The Hulk actually looks decent on this. A nice
He
face and everything.
does.
You know, he's a little flabby, but he needs to work out more though. So, who we going to next? We going to Amy?
Amy.
Oh, yeah, this is fantastic. These are just really great drawings. Like Hulk looks amazing. It's a good pose there. Like the way his arms are kind of thrown back with his shoulders and his chest. It's very well rendered. It's not skewed. I mean, they would be lifted up around his neck because of the way he's standing, but it's still well balanced. And you do get the idea that he's carrying around a lot of things which are strong and kind of fighting against him, but he's just, it's not affecting him that much because he's just sort of ridiculously strong. And these little robot guys have the cutest faces, don't they? All look kind of like, oh no, like their little like cheeks kind of up around their eyes. They're so cute. They've got great silhouettes, and the Marlon Brando guy kind of keeping an eye on everything is kind of like, oh, my beautiful, whatever. I like the colors and the way it's brought together. And then this giant man here, he's amazing. Like Godzilla or something like that coming out of the water, and he's just got this dude, and he's like, okay, found him. And then like he managed to dig something out of the ocean. That's pretty tall because the ocean is really deep. So good job, Giant Man. Yeah, this is fun. This is probably the best cover I've seen tonight. I will give this a 10. Thank goodness for vertical compositions.
All right. And how about you, Pixel?
Yeah, no, this is awesome. 10.
Okay. And I'm going to agree with that. I think this is where it really hits its stride. I think this is a great use of the space that they've allotted to each character. The colors with the black background, it just really stands out. I just dig this cover. This is awesome. All right, so I give it a 10 as well. Let's check out what everybody else is saying. Jim says, nah, it's a 5. This doesn't do anything for me at all. And then Dr. Silverade says 10, but Leon is in agreement kind of with Jim saying it's a 6. And Dark Admiral says 10. Alrighty, Eric Breen, I bet a can of Pringles, Eagles best KC, and for this cover I say 9. Fun cover, says MK. Alrighty, and then let's see, 6 from Ethereal Dragon.
You would lose, MK.
And let's see, Tales to Astonish 64. Both sides of the cover are great. I like it. It's a 10, says Henry. And Desert Rose gives it a 9, and Joe says 7. So we've got a 7. Alrighty, a 7, a 9, and a 10. Give me just a second.
Alrighty. That's probably sneezing. So Henry saying that the leader's creations, rubbery, stretchy Armstrong, bubblegum men, the humanoids. Honestly, they look like they just decided to copy the design of the AIM guys. Because look at the one on the bottom right, the closest one to the leader. You look at his face, the goggles. That's kind of the shape the helmet is. That's how the AIM was.
Yeah, they look alike, but yeah, they're different. Let's see, who do I leave on? One Slick said 8 leaders' ears are drawn too high on his head. Alrighty, and then we've got I was sneezing. And let's see, Giant Man looks great. The leader is okay. I give it a 7, says Chuck Miles. Okay, let's see. 9 cool action panels. I like Giant Man's panel a bit more, says Michael Taylor. I agree. Let's see. RDV, the leader's creations, rubbery. Oh, you read that. Rhaegar says 7. 10, 9, 8, 7. Let's see. Looks like Sinestro says Leon Haley. And Maranya says Tales to Astonish 64. Again, some great designs on the split cover. The red of Giant Man contrasts well with the green of the Hulk and the leader, scoring a Tuma leader 10. Okay, and let's see. I did not think Pixel would rate this a 10, says Rhaegar. But there we go. Let's get the stop.
I don't know why. I mean, it's awesome. Giant Man, giant pixel fingers grabbing a Tuma. You have.
And this is where we stand on the last book of the night. We've got 1 5, 2 6s, and 3 7s, and then 1 8 And they're taking out 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 10s, leaving only the 4 9s left. This is a 9, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. That's where we ended the books.
I hear Amy on
Right,
it.
let me say again. Oh, Amy. All right. So let me drop this.
I feel like whenever Amy goes, that's her yawning.
Sorry.
Okay, so here's where we placed everything, but now let's find out where everything goes.
Hold on.
And of course, we're going to find out what number 10 we are sending to the bracket fights.
Good
at
night,
the end of
Joe.
this
And
season.
good night,
All right.
once a good dude.
Yeah, an advanced good night to everybody who's
I know,
leaving.
right?
So, all righty. Show's not over, One Slick. What's up? All right, so here we go. Let's start with you, Amy. The 8th. Oh, hold on. Let me get a clean piece of paper here to write down what we need. All righty, we've got the 8th. Quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, as a matter of fact. So, what is your favorite and least favorite of the 8s, Amy?
Oh, okay. I guess my favorite would be the one with the little toad men. They're still pretty funny.
All right.
And my least favorite, I guess the metal governor, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Your least favorite is the Metal Governor? All righty. And how about you, Pixel?
The best one there is the. I'm going to go with the split covers in the middle. My least favorite is the missile shooting at the Hulk.
The missile shooting at the Hulk. That is the second one, the flying cover. All right, that's your least favorite. Okay, Eric, what's the best and least of the 8s?
Ditto.
The split cover is your favorite, the middle?
Yep.
And your least is the flying cover. All righty, RDV.
Alrighty then. Oh. The reason why they're in the 8s.
So far, only 2 people have voted on these covers. Did we lose everybody but Ethereal and Joe? Feel free, ladies and gentlemen, to be a part and participate
Joe
in
actually
this.
said he'll stay
I know,
forever.
but we don't have Michael or Maranya or.
They're coming there. The best is yet to come.
Yeah, well, I'm impatient. So, what do you think?
The Toad Men are the best.
The Toad Men are the best.
Yeah, I don't even remember ranking this color, but it looks cool. Oh, that's when you're complaining about why is the monitor blue? It should be color TV. Now I remember. I was driving. I hear you whining about the screen.
Yep, I was whining. Yes.
Yes.
How was your McDonald's?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Nice.
Let's see. But the worst though, the flying Rick Jones cover. This looks so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay, so there we go.
At least the Metal Man. I know that the Metal Governor. He appears in another books. I mean, he's not a one-off villain, but
Oh yeah,
Okay.
here's the comic.
My favorite is the Metal Governor, and my least favorite is the split cover in the middle. Let's get to the chat where Ethereal says 1 and 5. So 1 is the best, the Toad cover, and 5 is the Metal Man. So does Joe. Alrighty. And then we've got Rhaegar saying best is Metal Master, worst is the split cover, the third one. Alrighty. And then we have MK saying best Hulk in the air with a guy in his arms, the worst is split cover number 4 next to the cage one. Alrighty. And then we have the 8's best is 5, worst is 2, says Maranya. And then we've got Michael saying Hulk number 2, best Hulk in the air is worst. Alrighty. What is Hulk number 2? That's a Toadman. All right. and the flying is the worst. And then we have Dr. Silver Age. Worst is 1, and best is 3. Alrighty, and then we've got 1 best, 2 worst. Sorry, working in the on the comic room, says Dark Admiral. Alrighty.
Have fun.
And then we have Henry saying the Yates Toadman is the best. Flying cover. Hulk versus Missile is the worst. Alrighty. And there we go. Let's get the stop. But if you do have a late vote, just let us know. If it changes anything, we will change it. So now I'm going to ratio this stuff. So let me get on over there. And what do we have here? We don't have any negatives with, we have 1 negative, no positive. But it actually, I'm not going to put that worst because it doesn't have the most negatives. What does is the Flying Hulk. With 1 positive and 7 negatives, it deserves to be there, I think. And then next up is no negatives, 1 or no positives, 1 negative is the Giant Man cover. And then let's see. My favorite zeroes itself out. So that's in 3rd place. And then the split cover actually leaves us with a +1. And the Toadmen win the 8s with 7 positives and 2 negatives. Alrighty, let me put the go for the 9s.
Oh, man.
Go for 9. You need to count random reads vote. Oh, hello. How you doing? Saying 5 is the best. Alrighty, and 2 is the worst. And you know what? That actually does change, I think, because now it no longer goes and cancels itself out. It's a +1, the same as the split cover, but the metal governor had 4 positives and the split cover had 3. So there you go. All right, so that's the 8s. Let's get the go for the 9s, and here you go. Go for 9s. And Amy, once again, we're going to need your favorite and least favorite.
Oh, my favorite is definitely the one with Giant Man coming out of the water and the leader. Is that his name? The Marlon Brando guy.
Yep, the leader. Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, and the little pink fighter guys with the ooh faces in the Marlon test. So that one's my favorite. Of these, I guess my least favorite would be the one where Hulk's got a tank pointed at him, and Android is ducking into an office. An office?
Yeah.
Maybe it's in an office.
All right. Pixel, the 9s. Best and worst.
Best one there is the one with Atoma. That's the best one there. Least favorite. I'm going with Train Getaway.
I knew it. Like it's that face is embedded in your mind now. You're just gonna.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
My favorite, I think, is the second one, and my least favorite is the first one.
All righty. The second is the best, and least is the first. I get that right?
Mm-hmm.
Second best, first.
Hello?
Worst.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, second is the best, and the first is the worst. There we go. And how about you, RDV?
Same thing. Same.
All righty. Second is best. First is the worst. I agree that the third is the best, and the first is the worst. All right. Let's get to the chat where Joe says 1 and 3. So the tank issue is the best. The third is the worst. Random says 1 is best, 3 is worst. All righty. And we've got the 9s. Atuma is the best. Hulk tied up is the worst. And that was from Henry. All righty. And then we have Dark Admiral. 3 is the best. 1 is least. And next up, Maranya. 2 is the best. 1 is the worst. All righty. Then we have you don't like the Hulk bondage cover? Not even. No, not a little bit. 2 and 3, says Ethereal. All righty. And we have second best and first is worst. All great, though. And then MK, 9 best is second, and the worst is the third. I don't even see how that is possible there, but okay. Let's see. Split covers. Well, the worst is the first cover, and the best is the second. Really? All right. All right, so let's see. Bird is the word. Dr. Silver Age says best is 63, worst is 61. Anybody want to help me here?
Huh?
Which one?
Well, first, I guess he meant the 6s, but we're on the 8s. You're on the 9s
Nope.
now.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I see it. The best is 2, and the worst is 1. There we are. All right. Best is 2, worst is 1. Let's ratio this stuff. I'll put up stop. You have a late vote. Just put it on in there.
I'm shocked that none of these had go-go checks. Was that exclusive to DC?
No, that's DC. That's DC. Yeah.
Wow.
All righty. So with the most negatives and least positives, I mean, I'm talking about 9 negatives, 3 positives. It is the tank. And then we have number 3, which had 5 positives but 4 negatives. And then we have number 2, which had 8 positives and only 1 negative. There, oh, no, that goes to the top. Now we're going to figure out what goes to the bracket fights, ladies and gentlemen. Is it issue number 1? Or do we have Hulk smashing through actual rebar? Alrighty, then we have the diamond and the Hulk smashing through a wall. I'm just going to put Giant Man or Diamond, okay? And then we have number 4, which is Hulk beating up a Giant Man. Alrighty, let me get the go for the 10s into the chat. And Amy, what is your favorite and least favorite of the 10s?
Man, that drawing of Hulk tackling Giant Man is a really cool drawing. I do like the physics in it. It's probably one of the better drawings on the covers, but darn if this Hulk issue 1 isn't just a really cool layout and really eye-catchy and kind of exciting and fun to look at. So I think I'll have to give it to the one that I think is the most fun cover of them. So I'll give that to the first issue as my favorite. Least favorite? There's something, I'm sorry, the rebarb's really cool, but something about his mouth shape gives me heebie-jeebies. So I'd probably give that one my least favorite.
Okay. And how about you, Pixel?
My favorite is Hulk versus Giant Man. It's just the best cover.
It's a great drawing, yeah.
Yeah.
The third is the worst.
Alrighty, the diamond cover. All right. Oh, Amy, what was your worst? Oh, the wall. The wall. Okay, the one where you're flashing through the rebar. All right, Eric.
The rebarb's cool though.
Yeah.
Now I'm going back and forth between the number 1 and number 59, but I've got to go with number 1.
All right.
And my least favorite is the third one.
Okay. And I'm going to back Pixel on this one. We probably are going to die on this hill, but I like Hulk versus Giant Man a little bit better than the first issue. The worst is, in my opinion, clearly the Diamond issue. It looks off. It looks unfinished to me.
Right. Uh-huh.
All righty. Let's go to the chat and see what they say. 4 is the best. 3 is least. Okay, so it's the Hulk versus Giant Man is the best, and the Diamond issue is the least, in Dark Admiral's opinion. Dr. Silver Age, worst is first, best is 4. Wow. I didn't expect to get a worst on the first issue there, but okay. And the best is 4. Okay, so that is the...
have it.
Oh, okay. Joe says 2 and 4. So the Hulk wall is his favorite, and the worst is the Giant Man versus Hulk. No contest. Hulk number 1 is the best. Split cover is the worst. Alrighty. And then we have Ethereal with 4 is the best and 3 is the worst. Next up, Henry says the Hulk #1 is the best. Giant Man Afraid of the Diamonds is the worst. Alrighty, next up, 10, 1 is best, worst is 3. Okay, and let's see, random, 1 is best, 3 is worst. And we have, I'm going to be predictable and say #1 is the best. The worst, of course, is the split cover. And that was Rhaegar. 10 best Hulk vid versus Giant Man, says MK. Worst is 1. Alrighty. And then we have, since he skipped me, sorry, RDV, best is 4, worst is 1. I skipped a member of the panel. Alrighty, sorry about that.
Yeah,
man.
Eric went, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, it's my turn.
Sorry. Everybody gets skipped eventually. How to tell which is the best cover. Which cover has been homaged more, hands down. Hulk #1 of this group fits that bill. Every party has a pooper. That's we invited you. England teen. There we go. And She-Hulk did homage to it. That alone proves my point. Okay. And let's get the stop here. And I will ratio the heck out of this. And we are going to find out which one is going to the bracket fights at the end of this season. For the worst, it's obvious. I mean, it was the diamond with we have 10 negative reviews on that one. Next up, we have one that cancels itself out with 1 positive and 1 negative, and that's the Wall. And the big fight comes down to these two, the first and the fourth, which is we've got 6 positives on one, 7 positives on the other, but we do have 3 negatives on one and only 1 negative on the other. And that is a score of 3 versus a score of 6. And the winner is Hulk versus Giant Man. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have at number 12, the Flying Hulk. Number 11 is Giant Man, and the Hulk's, I think this is the Hulk's first official appearance. Then we've got the Split Screen Machine as number, what is that? Number 12, 11, 10. 9 is Metal Governor. Number 8 is Toadman. Number 7 is Trapped Hulk and the Purple Android. What are we up to now? It's number 6 is the Atuma, as well as the leader. Number 5, we have the incredible Giant Man picture with the weird-mouthed Hulk riding a train. Number 4 is Hulk in Weird Diamond cover. Number 3, Hulk being thrown through or jumping through some rebarred wall. 2 is the first issue, and the number 1 is Hulk versus Giant Man, and that's what's going to the brackets. Maranya calls shenanigans. The first Hulk is classic and the best. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But let's find out how something else works.
They are both good drawings.
Okay, wait a second. What's going on here?
Catch it, Michael.
I got to. I have to refresh my page here. All right, let's end the poll and see where that leads us. Okay, so we had 33 votes tonight. Thank you very much to everybody who participated. At 9%, we have Ultron. At 12% of the vote, Sentinels. 27 was MODOK. And an unsurprising win by Galactus, but 51% of the voters voted for Galactus. So that's huge. So there we go. I'm going to put Galactus on into the slot for
Galactus would be
10, and there you go. Galactus would be huge. Yes, that is a true fact. All righty, cool. I am so looking forward to this. Yep. All right, Galactus. All right, he is in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, along with Kingpin, Doc Ock, Bullseye, Doctor Doom, Juggernaut, Magneto, and the Red Skull. If I'm missing anybody, just let me know.
Make sure you get the good Juggernaut, the one with the horns on his head and the gray suit using Kraven the Hunter.
You mean the Juggernaut?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right, right.
Did you see that? That I think it was either Bleeding Cool.
It's bleeding cool.
Yeah, thought that the Rhino is the Juggernaut.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Bleeding cool, more like bleeding fool.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so on Tuesday, we are doing the cover rankings for the X-Men, the first 12 issues, which actually ends with the first appearance of the Juggernaut. So there you go. Say again?
Juggernaut, bitch.
He called you a bitch.
It ends with the first appearance of the Juggernaut, bitch. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
All righty, kid. Once again, if you haven't checked it out yet, please check out the video I did before this, where I was showing off cover books that I got for the auction coming up. Batlash #1. Alrighty. Yep. But there's quite a few interesting books and such. So take a look. I'm going to be talking about them throughout the week, and there you go. And on next Saturday at 8 p.m., we'll have an auction. Hopefully, they'll send me the books I paid for a couple of weeks ago, and that'll be here as well. As always, did you list Supervillain Team Up first 12 covers?
Ooh.
Not yet. It's going to be in. That is going to be in season 12. Okay, because 10 is going to be the Marvel villains. 11 is going to be the DC villains, and then I'll have that for you there.
Eric,
all righty.
What day is the Super Bowl?
2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Okay.
And we will be doing, as we have for the last 3 years, we'll be doing a Super Bowl commentary.
Commentary.
All righty.
Yes.
Always, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Before we leave, do you want to promote anything, RDB?
Just want to say thank you to all who've been actually showing over at Geeky Puppet Show on Saturday nights. Holy crud. Yesterday, the Turtles reading is now almost at 100 already.
Oh,
those started off was like 5 people watched it. Now all of a sudden, like the past 2 weeks, it's like 90 people have watched it on the day. It's like,
they're really fun.
Yeah, unlike Eric, they like my Michelangelo impression.
Yeah, I would like to thank Dr. Silver Age and Captain Strangelove for showing up. I realized it was far late, far past your Betty Bye time, so we appreciate the sacrifice.
Yes, also appreciate you, Rod and Shannon, what you guys do over on the channel. Also, Rod, for plugging the auction the other night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much, by the way. Because we need bidders.
Rod, if you're ever awake or on Saturday nights, you want to bid, you're more than welcome to. We got a lot of cool books.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. All right, kids. Let's see what I wanted to ask you. Target or Walmart? Walmart. Gail works there. We get a discount. Supervillain Team Up is a Marvel Books England team. So what you're saying is instead of doing like Doctor Doom covers or something like that, I should just actually, you know what? I will put that in, which all tells me that I should put in for the DC. I'll put in Secret Society of Supervillains. Yes. There you go.
You know,
all right. Cool. Apparently that pleases Eric, so I'm going to do that.
You know, you could do NFL Sports Pro, whatever that is. For
the Super Bowl week, we put in NFL Super Pro.
Well, you could do it on the day of the.
Dear God, no.
You could do a cover ranking during the Super Bowl.
Oh, Kickers Inc. would that I'm in agreement. I think this sounds good. You are correct, sir.
Because I mean, Eric's gonna be upset by the game. He's already upset because the teams are.
I can't. When the 12 teams started, the 14 teams started. If someone said, "Who would you least like to see in the Super Bowl?" without hesitation, my answer would have been Kansas City, Philadelphia, and that's what we've got. So yippee!
So you're rooting against.
Now the game is spoiled for me. So thank you guys, but I don't care.
All right.
Yeah, one fucking fumble and my Bucks are out of the running. Oh well. Okay, Sarah.
But tomorrow night on the Geeky Puppet Show at 9 p.m. Eastern. Check out us. We'll be reading another Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Where
Alrighty.
where
Yeah,
Amy
wait,
does-
so come see Cyborg.
Beast Boy. Starfire. Robin's not volunteering, but I can do a pretty good Raven, so
How's it if you do Raven?
Robin!
there you go.
You're not Robin, bruh.
I know, I won't even be there.
I know. You're not
Of all the books I showed in the last video, this is the one that got everybody really excited.
Is that Dalton in the chat? No, it's good.
Yeah. Oh, he helped me. He was commentating on everything, and he goes, "I'll give you $10 for it now." And the chat lit up, so I'm like, I'm gonna start it at 10 because I might be able to get more. But there you go. All righty. Once again, please check out that video, and as always, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We do this usually, unless there's some sort of situation, we do this on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you very much for hanging out. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Hi.
Good night,
Bye,
kids.
everyone.